That's what he can do. Andre Russell. Don't worry about the hand. That's out of the ground. Well, there's different ways of building an innings.
Hey everyone, today we're going to be having a look at an SS Russ Big Hitter. This is one of their Player Series bats, so let's have a look. These are RRP 60,000 Indian rupees, so they're not a cheap bat. Well, this is my theory at least. SS is now cottoned on, and I guess they've decided, well, if they're going to sell for more, we might as well do our own. So they've come up with the Players, which I'm expecting these are just basically player profile bats, replicas. So you can't expect these to be actual bats that Russ would have used. Don't have the texture down the bottom, but they have all the features of the bats that are coming out of the player's room, with a rough toe, laser etching down the side here. This one's got some extra details here, big edge, which looks like it's come straight off of a kookaburra back 7 years ago, and it's got extra big bats written on it. This does have the usual things like the hollow logo, but have a look at the willow on it. Even though they're not even grains, they are dead straight through the toe all the way through to the shoulders. So the grains on this are just immaculate, and the specs are pretty big too. So it's about 30 millimeters down here at the toe. You've got a duck bill to a swell in a mid to mid low position, 41 mil edge and a 67 mil spine, so it's making the most of the new regulations. The face camber, I haven't really looked at it, but it appears to be something like 3 mil camber, and I'll just see if it actually makes its way through the gauge, and it just makes it. You can see there's probably 2 mil of concaving, just so it scrapes under, and it's probably sacrificing maybe a couple of mil on the face camber, but this is making the most of the new regulations. Other features of the bat that I did notice, which I'll bring in another bat to show you, slightly longer blade setup, if you can see there at the shoulder, probably half an inch longer down here, but the overall length is short handle. And the reasoning, I think, is that having a slightly longer blade, shorter handle setup puts more weight towards the hands and helps with the pickup. This particular bat in my hands, it feels 2.9, maybe 2.9.5, and there's a lot of weight away from the hand. Pretty much on weight. Other features of the bat is it's got a slightly semi-oval bottom hand, round top hand, very skinny handle. In fact, the owners actually asked for me to modify that. Alright, so as this is a player willow bat, have a listen to the ping. Low position, mid-low, mid-high, high. Mid's going pretty well, and mid-low just as good as mid, which is just as good as mid-high, and just peters out in the low position. Obviously you're not supposed to be hitting it down there. As far as the press goes, I would say this is a medium to hard press, not what I would call a hard press like a Gunner Moore. It's a different style of press, something that's actually designed to keep volume in the bat. Okay, so I finished knocking in the Russ Big Hitter. What did I find? I found the press was pretty good actually. It wasn't super soft like I've seen some SS bats. Turned out really nice. This is a stunning piece of willow as far as performance goes. It's definitely a really soft piece of willow, nice and straight, a little bit of spec in there. I'm sure for between $1,000 and $1,200 you could probably find prettier looking bats on the market. This bat is definitely chosen on its performance. So I've done the shoe goo and oiling and varnishing on the toe, so you can't feel that rough surface anymore. It's had an oil, it's had its extra tech put on. One thing I will say is this bat, it feels like it's on the dry side, but it's really, really soft. So it's not hard and brittle like a dry bat, but it is very, very soft, and it's because of that reason. I'll turn it around now and actually bounce the ball on it. You'll see that it's just one giant middle. So low, mid-low, mid-high, high. The whole thing is just going everywhere. So I've made it pretty hard down the toe now. You can hear that sort of crispness now, and all through the blade, so it's going to last. As far as performance, it's right up there with any of the Ton Players bats that I've had through. Now the owner also asked me to do a little bit of a job on the handle, so I've actually done like a tennis racket grip to save some weight, to thicken this thing up. And you'd think that it feels really spongy, but it's pulled so tight that it just feels like it's got an extra grip on there. Generally, I've got to say that it's quite a skinny grip, probably to achieve that lightweight and to give it that whippy feel which the bat would have. So yeah, it's one of those things when you're buying these bats, unless you can pick them up in the shops, you really don't know what you're going to get until it gets here. But yeah, the Dre Russ is one of their premium engraved Ton Player bats, and it's very special willow indeed. Doesn't always have to be about looks. This one's all about performance, and it's just going to go off. So we'll start off with the 4-piece, and first time I've tapped a ball on it, and it's just really lovely. Absolute beast everywhere. I can just feel it wanting to zing off. I must say that there's only one thing about this bat that just really pisses me off. Is because it's so soft, it's a pain in the ass to work with. So bear that in mind when you're knocking these in. You will get dents on them, and if you're fussy like me, you'll be forever spending most of your time steaming them out. Now the Dukes. So this does compare very well with the actual SS Player rejects I've had through. Okay, so there appears to be some consistency with the ping and performance on these Player Edition bats with the actual player bats that I've had through that have been rejects. So we did a Moen Ali, and we did a VJ, a Lendl Simmons. Please remember to like my videos and subscribe if you want to see more. These are all done for a hobby. I'm not making any money out of these, I'm not selling any bats. First one who puts price on there, wanting to buy it, will get banned. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, the Dre Russ Big Hitter. Standard sort of SS profile, big bow, and really lovely soft timber that when it's pressed just pings phenomenally. So that's the Dre Russ Big Hitter.